Howdy folks, I'm Scoryth, the Crimson Renegade, and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII. Last time, we watched the Sephiroth legend and learned all about the crisis of the planet, how Sephiroth turned into the bad guy that he is, and how Cloud fought him and can't remember. Yeah, because that happens, because, reasons. Here we go. We're going to the southeast now, heading toward this white dot down here in the corner, or down on the eastern side of this continent. We're passing through a couple of mountains here. I could switch to kind of a third-person behind-the-view perspective, but I like this top-down perspective much better. Alright, we got some new enemies here. Here's another one of those examples of those mugger enemies that you see on the right here. This guy called Prowler. Go ahead and kill these guys off real quick. And then we have, I think the dogs on the left are called Kalm Fangs. Hyper was stolen. See, there we go. Now we need to kill this guy. Alright, we got him, and we got our Hyper back. Excellent. So that's how that works. At least I was able to show that off. Yeah, these guys are called Kalm Fangs. So if you see those kind of enemies and they steal an item or money from you, kill them as quick as possible. That way you get that item or money back. Of course, you want to kill them as quick as possible anyway to prevent them from stealing. But in case you don't, you want to kill them anyway, because eventually they'll try to escape, and if they do, you'll lose that item completely, and there's no way to get it back, or the money that they steal. All right. Keep on going to the southeast. Around the mountain here. And now the grass is changing to kind of a light green. But first, we have some new enemies here. These guys are called Levicrons, I believe. The reason I remember these so well is because we're going to need to deal with these a little bit later when it comes to a special thing we do with Chocobos. Wink, wink. Let's go ahead and use Seal Evil here to stop these guys from attacking. And we use Red's Limit Break, Sled Fang. They are now paralyzed and silenced. Go Sled Fang. Whoosh. That one's dead. And Thunder. Alright, let's go ahead and show off Natural Magic here from Eris. This is the skill we learned from the custom speaker just a little bit earlier. 201 damage. That is damn good. And remember, it is multi-targeting. So for 8 MP, we can do over 200 damage, which is very good this early in the game. Alright, let's mosey on in here. How much money do I have? I have 8842. Okay, I got plenty for this. Let's go into these little barns here. And looky here. It's the ever-famous, ever-known Final Fantasy-loving Chocobos. Love these guys. These are so awesome. Let's talk to this Chocobo here. Wark. And you want to respond with Wark. And then we watch the Chocobos dance. And we got the Chocomog materia. What is the Chocomog materia? That is a new type of materia we have not discovered yet. This is the final type of materia that we haven't discovered. It is a summon materia. It is red. Red materias are summon materias, and what they are literally a summon materia. You summon a creature to battle for you. In this game, essentially it's just an exaggerated battle animation. When you summon, your characters disappear from the screen, and the Eidolon or summon or whatever you want to call it that you're summoning appears and attacks for you. In the case of the Chocomog, a Chocobo or a Moogle right on the back of a Chocobo attacks your enemies by just charging right into them. And also, this summon is unique because it actually has two different summons. You have the Moogle riding the Chocobo, as I mentioned, and then there's, I believe it's a 1 in 64th chance that you'll actually summon Fat Chocobo, which is literally a giant fat Chocobo, falls out of the sky, landing on all your enemies. The Chocomog materia, when it attacks, has a chance to also inflict stop on your enemies as well. So if they survive the attack, there's a chance they'll be paralyzed if they're susceptible to it. Also, you might notice, you see on the left-hand side of the screen here, remember how I told you the yellow text under the name of the materia is the element? Well, Chocomog is a wind element materia. We will not get any magic materia that is wind-based. There's no arrow or aeroga or anything like that. There's no wind-based materia in this game. So your only wind-type magic is from this particular materia. There are a few other materia that do wind attacks, but those are also some materias. But this is the first one you get. Now the great thing about this is it's wind magic. So if you equip that to the elemental materia, you can actually attack with wind damage, and that is a great way to do extreme damage to flying enemies. So if you're having trouble hitting flying enemies or doing a lot of damage to them, if you equip the Chocomog to the elemental materia, which the pair does work, the elemental does work with the element of summon materia if it has an element. Because some summons are non-elemental, it does work with that element. So equipping it to an attack or to a weapon will give your weapon that wind element, which can do a lot of damage to flying enemies. And a lot of other enemies throughout the game as well, even those that aren't flying, are susceptible to wind damage. I'm not going to bother equipping it right now, especially not to the elemental materia. It's not really that important to me. But this is the third type of, I do want to mention this is the third type of Master Materia. Like I said, you can, there's Master Magic, Master Command, and the third one is Master Summon. So any summon magic materia you get, you don't want to sell. First of all, no matter how much AP you've gained on that materia, you will not get any more than 1 AP for it. You can never sell any summon materia for more than 1 AP. Second of all, if you're trying to get the Master Summon materia, you want to keep every summon materia you get so you can master them and get the Master materia. Me, I'm not going to bother trying to do that because there's going to be a few summon materia that I'm not going to get because it requires a lot of time and a lot of grinding and a certain really long side quest involving chocobos that I don't really want to do. So and this one materia that I'm referring to, which I'll talk about much later, is, to call it overpowered is an understatement, to say the least. It's really only good for fighting optional super bosses later in the game. Otherwise, it is just way too powerful. It one-shots the final boss. This one particular materia, summon materia, that's how powerful it is. So I just think it's a waste, too overpowered and unnecessary for this little playthrough that I'm going to show you guys here. So make sure that you keep all of your summon materia whenever you get it. And I'm going to try to get every one of them except that one that I mentioned a moment ago, the overpowered one. Alright, you probably won't see me use summon materia very often. If I ever do equip it, it will probably be just equipping it for its element that it comes with. Alright, now we can go in here and let's talk to this guy in here. This is Chocobo. The marshes is an area we haven't come across yet, but it's to the west of us, from where we are right now. If I were to follow the mountains where we came down from Kalm, if I had followed those mountains around, we would have found the marshes area, and that's an area we don't want to go through just yet. Because, let's say, yeah, but it's safer to get a chocobo. Why, you say? Avoid being attacked by the Midgar Zolom, a pretty tough enemy at this point in the game. Very strong. There you go, there's your explanation. Alright, so now let's go find out about that, about winning a chocobo. Let's go over here and go in this room, go in this barn here. The chocobo Billy we're looking for is this little boy right here. Give me one. Old folks, damn. Cloud's what, 21? Ah, okay. So we need to go catch one of our own, huh? Want to know how to catch a chocobo? Alright, I don't really need to ask any of these questions because I know how to catch a Chocobo, and I will show that off in a little bit. So I'm just going to say not interested right now. And he's going to sell me the Chocobo lure for 2,000 gills, so we'll go ahead and take it. Because unfortunately, we can't catch a Chocobo without the Chocobo lure materia. Buy some greens either. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, I think the best types of greens to use... Let's see, there's a certain thing... Give me just a minute here. I want to look something up real quick before I buy the greens. I'll be right back. Alright, I got the information I was looking for. I'm going to buy 10 Gashal greens. And even though they're expensive, I'm going to buy 2 Mimic greens. Right, I want to hang on to those Mimic greens. Alright, what you need to do, you'll need those greens, and I'll explain why in just a little bit. Alright, we're done with this part. Alright, I'm back. I apologize for that little break. Also, want to apologize for the fact that there's no camera in this episode. My face cam recorder didn't record this particular episode because I ran out of hard drive space. Yeah, that's great. So, no, you don't get to see my lovely face in this episode, but I can still guide you along anyway. Alright, we're ready to actually leave this part here. And we're going to head over here to the left. Now, I'll explain how to catch Chocobos in a little bit, but right now, we actually don't want to catch a Chocobo. What I do want to do is I actually want to fight the Midgar Zolom because it has an enemy skill that I want to get. It is very hard to get this enemy skill, and it may take me more than one try to do so. Here's some enemies here. These guys are new. These guys are called Mandragoras. Is there something we can get off these things? I think there's something we need to steal off these things. Let's check and make sure. I'll keep spamming the steal command here. Oh, stole a Lasan nut. Okay, that's not what I thought it was going to be. Okay. Go ahead and just take these guys out now. Apparently they're just going to sit here until we do something. So let's go ahead and just watch our magic here. Wow, those guys are pretty tough. They're going to kill off Eris here. My physical attacks seem to do some pretty good damage. See, we can't heal up here. Cure. Well, she's already slowed down. She's dead, so it doesn't matter. Time for Phoenix down. I don't know why they all focus on Eris, but whatever. Something else you want to keep in mind when your characters are killed, they lose their limit bar. So if you're getting close to a full limit bar, you want to make sure that you keep them healed, because if they go down, you lose your limit. It goes back to 0. All right. Okay, as I was trying to say, I'm over here at the marshes. The marsh is obviously this kind of whitish area over here. We walk in that, here comes the Zola, we don't want to actually engage him. Luckily, he can't get into the grass, so... Alright, what we want to do is we actually want to engage this snake. Because it, like I said, it has a enemy skill that we want. It's a very, very powerful skill that right now it would be, I mean, to say overpowered would again be kind of an understatement at this point, but it's also extremely expensive. But it's best to go ahead and get it now because there are a few times when using this particular enemy skill that I'm referring to would be extremely useful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up for this attack, and I'm going to try to get this particular enemy skill and show you what my strategy is for doing it. So I'm going to save here and be right back. Alright, I'm back, and I've got my setup ready to go to take on the Midgar Zolom, for at least what I want to do. So let me go ahead and show you the equipment that I've got set up. My equipment hasn't changed. My equipment is still same as it's always been. I'm actually going to take this Protect Vest off of Cloud, and I do want to put it on Eris because it would probably be good to help her defense. Eris is the person of most importance here. Actually, one other thing I need to do before I actually go into the battle here. I'm going to show you the materia setup I have, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. First of all, you'll see that everybody is in the back row, and everyone is also inflicted with sadness. Remember that on the back row, you'll take less damage from enemy attacks, and with sadness on, you'll also take less damage because it's just the way sadness works. You'll take less damage, so your limit bar will fill less quickly. As far as materia setup goes, I'm going to go, starting with Eris, I'm going to go with Fire Elemental on her armor to help reduce the amount of fire damage that we dealt, because the enemy skill that's going to be cast on us is a Fire Elemental skill. So we're trying to reduce the amount of Fire Elemental damage we take. Enemy skill, obviously, because we want to learn the enemy skill that we're trying to learn. And then I just have Steel up here because it increases dexterity, so it helps boost the defense just a little bit further. On Cloud, I have Restore All. He'll be my emergency healer if I need it. And I also gave him Steel to help his dexterity. And the same thing with Red. I gave him Restore All. So Red and Cloud are basically just going to be my healers. And I've got Poison to do Poison because I'm going to cast Poison on the Midgar Zolom, which will help deal a lot of damage to it. The main strategy is my attackers are going to be Red and Cloud. They're going to do just straight up, Cloud is just going to do straight up attacks. That's all he's got. That's why he's got no offensive magic. And Red is going to cast Poison until the Zolom is poisoned, and then he's just going to keep physical attacking until we actually get Beta, which is the name of the enemy skill that we're looking for, to be triggered. Once it's triggered, Eris should learn it, and then we'll be good to go. Then we have to, of course, finish the battle with a win. We can't get Eris kicked out or escape the battle. Alright, so first thing I need to do is I'm actually not quite ready yet. I need to actually fill up Eris's limit bar, so I need to go ahead and get a hyper on her real quick. Let me rearrange my items here. And give a hyper to Eris, get her limit bar filled. So order, put Eris in front. Alright, I'll take a moment real fast. I forgot to do this part of it, so I apologize. But I'm going to go get her limit bar filled up, and then I'll meet you back here real quick. So I'll be right back. Again. Alright, I'm back. I'm all set up and ready to go now, this time for sure. I didn't make any equipment changes. All I did was temporarily put Eris in Fury, put her in the front of them, put her in the front row, let her get attacked a few times to her limit bar filled up, finished off the enemies, and now we are set and ready to go. You see her limit bar is filled up, because this is important. And I put her back on the back row. Again, everyone is in sadness. She also has the Fire Elemental on her armor to help prevent, produce magic, fire magic damage. And now we are ready. I just saved and I'm ready to go and take on the Midgar Zolom. So let's hope this works. Here we go. Here it comes, and here we go. Alright, strategy here is Cloud and Red are primary attackers, starting with Red using Bio on the Snake. Continue to use Bio on the Snake until the snake is poisoned. Cloud will use standard attacks. Eris will stand by and do nothing. Okay, the Bio did not inflict. That's okay. We wait till Red's turn comes back around. We try it again. Cloud and Red will be our attackers / healers. If we get too low on health, we'll go ahead and throw down a full heal for everybody, or a heal all for everybody. Cloud attack. Eris to stand by. Red. Bio. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just have Eris still stand by. What we're waiting for is the Midgar Zolom has essentially two forms. Alright, we got him poisoned. Essentially two forms. This form here where he's all coiled up, where he doesn't do as much damage. Right, now we need to go ahead and do a heal here. So we need some more health on Eris. We're pretty much just going to hang around now, kind of let Poison do all the work. I'm going to have Red throw down a potion on Eris to make sure she's got maximum health possible. Now we're pretty much just going to stand by and just let the Poison do all the work. Eventually the Midgar Zolom will stand up and be really, really tall, and that'll be what we're looking for. At that point, we're going to need to attack him a few times They'll just have Cloud and Red attacking only, of course. Ares is going to be on standby. And then we're going to keep attacking him until he counters with Beta. That will be his counter attack. And that's how you'll know that he's going to use... he only uses Beta as a counter attack. So we'll just kind of be patient and wait. Let's see if we can't speed this up a little bit. Have Cloud attack once. Have Red use another... We're going to give Red use another potion on Ares here. Alright, now he's standing up. Okay. Definitely have Ares do nothing. We need to have Cloud and Red doing all the work. Have Cloud put another cure on Ares to make sure her health is maxed out. And then we need to have attacks going here. Red's next turn, we're going to have him do a regular attack on the Zolan. And we're going to see what his move is. Alright, Red attacks. Nope, Snake attacks. Damn it, don't attack Ares, I need her at full health. Cloud, cure him again. Alright, he didn't counterattack. That's okay. Red's next turn will have Cloud attack. Have Red attack again. Red attack. Stop attacking Ares, you fucking snake! Cure Ares again. Keep her. We need to keep her at max health as much as possible. Okay, he's counterattacking with an ejection. Alright, Red's gonna be gone, but that's okay. We still have Cloud and Ares. Gotta have Cloud doing a lot of work now, but that's okay. On Cloud's next turn, he needs to attack to trigger a counterattack. When he counterattacks, he does one of two things. He will either counter with the ejection that you saw him do to Red, or he'll counter with Beta. Okay, he is countering. He's using Beta. Okay, now, use Limit Break, Healing Wind. Now. Using this, and assuming Ares survives, which I hope she does. Come on, Ares, you can do it. Survive. Yes, just barely. That's okay. Use Healing Wind now for a full heal. This will heal Ares. This will mean Ares is going to have to do all the work here again, but that's okay. She can survive, and survive an attack. Ooh, that's a little bit less health than I was hoping for. But that's okay. We can counter with enemy skill, Beta, and this hopefully should kill him in one hit. $843 damage, and we beat him. All right, we got Beta. Whew, that is a hard thing to do. That is a hard skill to get this early in the game. As you can see, I lost Cloud and Red got ejected, but Ares managed to do the job. And let's get the hell out of the marshes. Alright, well, we did it. We now have Beta, which is a very powerful enemy skill, as you saw how much damage it did. Magic, I'm going to go to enemy skill, Beta. Fire damage on all opponents. You can see it costs 35 MP, so it is a very expensive enemy skill. But it does do a lot of damage. Early on, I won't be using it because it costs so much MP, but there is a few points in the game, still somewhat early, where using Beta will be very, very good, despite its expensive MP cost. Now, you might have noticed up here on the enemy skill, I have another enemy skill up here called Level 4 Suicide. While I was trying to get Ares's limit bar filled up, I ended up getting this enemy skill by accident. I encountered enemies called Mews, which essentially look like squirrels that are sticking out of the ground, or gophers, if you will, and they can cast Level 4 Suicide on you. What Level 4 Suicide does is, as you can see, it causes critical, it reduces your health to your critical levels, or near death levels, and induces the small or mini status to any character with levels and multiples of 4. And all it has to do is all they have to do is use it. You don't have to be susceptible or level of 4 in order to learn the skill, because Ares was not a level of 4, and when they used Level 4 Suicide on her, it missed her because she's not didn't have a multiple of 4, but she still learned it because that's the way the enemy skill works. And we learned Beta, which is very good. It's, like I said, it's very hard to actually get that enemy skill this early, and I managed to do it. But that's one of the best strategies to use in order to get it this early, is put everyone in the back row, put everybody on Sadness, have Ares's limit bar maxed out, and just attack with Cloud and Red, especially using Poison really helps. Attack with Cloud and Red, or whatever your other party members are. You don't have to use Red. Your best option would be, but Ares and Cloud are your mandatories. I mean, Cloud has to be there, of course, but Ares is your mandatory because she uses Healing Wind. What's going to happen is, if you don't use Healing Wind, Remember how I said that limit breaks take priority as far as initiating the skill. The AI script of the Midgard Zolom is to use beta and then follow up with a physical attack right away. He'll use those two attacks back to back and just about kill anybody that it hits. So what you do there is, like you saw me do, as soon as you see a beta appear on the screen that he's going to cast it, you have Eris throw down Healing Wind right away, which will give her the next primary turn, interrupting that AI script. So that allows Eris to cast Healing Wind, heal everybody from that major hit from beta, obviously giving Eris the beta from learning it, and then she can just reverse the beta back onto the Midgard Zolom and usually one shot the Midgard Zolom, and then boom, you've got beta. So that's how that works. So now I'm going to go ahead and use a Phoenix down here to pick up Cloud, put Eris back on normal, Red, give him Fury because I'm still trying to work on his limit breaks, and Eris is on Fury too because hers are important as well. Put everyone back in the front row where they belong, and then use a tent to heal everybody up. And did I miss the tents? Oh, they're there, right near the top. All right. Okay, I'm going to save up again, and then I'm going to go back to the Chocobo, the green Chocobo area, and I'm going to show you how to capture a Chocobo in the next episode of Final Fantasy VII. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching. I'm Scoryth, the Crimson Renegade. I'll have my camera up in the next episode as well. I apologize for not being up for this one, and I'll see you later.